Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ Duke, your girl.
Here to go.
We back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
So you want to do my part, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? You need to.
I just don't want to do mine too loud. That's all. And my voice a little tired.
But you can still interrupt my. Alright, that's cool. But welcome back to the channel, man. We got a good one for y'all today. We got Pooh Shiesty, the real menace of South Memphis. I ain't been in South Memphis in some years. I ain't been in Memphis in some years. But with that being said, man, we want to see what this was talking about. I still know Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Memphis is Memphis. I always have been Memphis. Ain't nothing changed about Memphis. If you've been there, you've been there. But with that being said, before we get into this, go ahead, please let the lovely people know.
Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're always notified when we upload a new video.
You still.
I didn't mean to do that. My brain was like moving faster than your mouth.
With that being said, also check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. But with that being said, Pooh Shiesty, you are next, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what's. Cause she knows what she's doing. Don't let her play y'all.
On the real, I gotta keep it so 100. I ain't never liked you, cuz. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never like you.
I be like that.
I never liked you, cuz. You know I ain't like you. In the street wide, like we ain't gonna talk about that on here though.
You been outside on the E-way and you know we bumpin' breaking news. BS2, get no sign of Mr. White. Lord, go to school, I'm smiling when you take it. 1, 2, 3 with the drum like a broad eye.
When I was hustling, I always was playing Memphis rappers. I felt like they had such an underground scene. That's what I gravitated to. Like the most ghetto music is what I want to hear.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew. And it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Island.
Probably the most requested artist for me to make a video on right now is Pooh Shiesty. It's one of the biggest movements in rap and it's coming out of Memphis. But for a lot of folks, it feels like he came out of nowhere. Last week, Shiesty was second only to Drake for the...
I didn't know about the police station being across the street. I didn't know they was right across the street from the police station.
I just wanted to keep on. To be honest, it is like he came out of nowhere, though. I knew about Big 30 before I knew about Pooh Shiesty. But I will say back home, cause we ain't tapped in like we will be if we was still back home.
Yeah.
When we were back home, we would have
more than likely.
We would have been like, because I pay more attention than you do, but we just don't be keen up to it. It's a little distant.
A lot of folks, it feels like he came out of nowhere. Last week, Shiesty was second only to Drake for the most streamed artist in the country. There's a reason everyone's drawn to it. Pooh Shiesty's crew, Chopper Gang's gotta be one of the wildest in the industry, and the music reflects it. Doesn't matter how many billboards all over the country have his face on it. Doesn't matter he signed to a major label deal with Gucci and Atlantic, selling 60K the first week on his debut album. Shiesty will still rob a dude in Miami who was trying to sell him weed and some Jordans, stick 2 shooters on the guy, sending him to the hospital, escape in a green McLaren, get arrested, bond out, and leave the state in a private jet.
Saying the two left the state in a private jet.
I didn't want to pause it, but that makes
it's your last time.
That makes way more sense now after looking at because we saw the camera footage. It was like he ain't do nothing. It looked like he ain't do nothing. He was just there.
I was so confused on the video. I said, look like they all came together.
It looked like he was innocent. You know what I'm saying? But now, if that is the truth, now I understand why everything happened.
See, Shiesty keeps his circle small. You basically gotta give your life to Chopper Gang just to be around. Chopper Gang Hank, he's locked up for an attempt murder, allegedly shot up a car and paralyzed the dude in a bad case of mistaken identity. Chopper Wops, he's down for a murder and 2 attempts. Even Shiesty's best bro, Big 30, who was signed to a deal way before Shiesty was, getting tens of millions of streams a month, He got booked 2 weeks before Shiesty did on felony drug charges in Alabama, got extradited back to Memphis for another pending case he was already fighting, made bond, and released the song first day out. But most of the mainstream was not tuned in until Lil Durk and Shiesty came together to make the song Back in Blood. And while most fans were focused on Durk in the wake of the Quando and Vaughn situation, the entire city of Memphis was focused on Shiesty's verse. Because he wasn't just rapping. Shiesty was talking about a specific event that happened where he and two members of his crew went to a rival house in Memphis and robbed a bunch of guns from them. That's why in the lyrics he says, "Yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood." On the song, Shiesty's talking directly to them.
We ain't mad, stuff. We want you to see this fake. You niggas know who I was, nigga, that took out. You niggas know.
The rival gangs called EBG, and them and Shiesty have had problems for many years locally in Memphis. EBG being from the north, Shiesty being from the south, it plays into this divide that's long existed in the city. But now the Back in Blood song is worldwide, hitting the number 8 spot on Billboard charts, getting 50 million views on YouTube in 1 month, forcing EBG, who aren't even rappers, to respond over the same Back in Blood beat.
I ain't gonna cap. Theirs was hard though. For some people that don't rap and you don't know, I was like, yeah. Did you hear it?
I think I heard it.
I think I let you hear a little bit of it, but theirs was really tough though.
The real top guy.
Their remix got taken down a bunch of times, each time getting hundreds of thousands of views in days. So EBG dropped a second diss track. This one called Rumors. They even got Quando Rondo to make an appearance, taking collateral shots at Durk just for being on the original song with Shiesty. Now, we're gonna get into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is some motivation from my guy K Johnny. Alright, right now, Memphis is like the gold rush for artists. Everybody's getting signed. And the reason is, Memphis has one of the rawest, most authentic cultures. But there's a lot more to it than good music and good barbecue. Memphis is the heart of the Bible Belt, with more churches than gas stations.
Sure.
On one hand, it's that southern hospitality, home of friendly folks who work hard to get by, but on the other hand, it's extreme violence, making Memphis the third most dangerous city in America. It's rural country, so practically everybody's tooled up, and folks have paramilitary weapons. In areas like the South or North Memphis, your life expectancy is 20 years shorter than other parts of the city.
Right now, in some neighborhoods in Memphis, families are sleeping on the floor to avoid being hit by gunfire from outside. For some, they live in a war zone.
From Pooh Shiesty, he's from the Cane Creek Apartments in South Memphis, just 15 minutes from Moneybag Yo's hood, the Walker Homes, not far from Young Dolph's neighborhood in Castalia, and black youngsters around the way too. Pooh Shiesty growing up was very much on that killer be killed energy. Let his boy Big 30 tell you, at age 11, Shiesty thought he was American gangster, getting arrested and expelled from middle school at the same time, forced to wear an ankle monitor. See, Shiesty followed in his pop's footsteps. Pooh's father was a known gangster and founder of the record label Mob Ties. In 2006, one of his artists, who went by the name Miscellaneous, got into a triple shooting at Yo Gotti's birthday bash. The club managers knew that Yo Gotti and Miscellaneous were beefing, and instead of canceling the event, they hired 35 security guards using 4 metal detectors to screen the crowd. It didn't work. That same year, Shiesty's father was convicted of being an accessory in the murder of a local female DJ, which put him on supervised parole. Even with the law breathing down his neck, his pops was still hustling for almost a year, bringing in money under the radar from a trap house on a street called Porter. The house fell on a dead end and looked like it had been abandoned. But little did Pooh's father know, Memphis police had been monitoring the spot for months. One day, his father was in there. They had the measuring cups by the stove, the digital scales on the kitchen counter. One of them had weed, the other had cocaine. Suddenly, there was a loud boom as the front door busted open, and cops bursted in, rushing apartment 3 that was just up the stairs. As the cops ran up, this 75-pound pit bull came sprinting around the corner and leaped at their necks, so the officers shot it 3 times before the dog retreated to the kitchen and later died. In the chaos, you could hear yelling, "Go, go, go," as people ran from apartment 3 to apartment 4, trying to escape. Glass shattered as folks jumped out the window, leaving Pooh's father in the kitchen, cornered by police. They told him to surrender, and he did, leaving the officers with 12.5 grams of coke, 8 pounds of kush, and $10,000 cash that they took from Pooh's father's left pocket. With his pops in and out doing Fed bids, Shiesty was running around a badass little kid, jumping people, finessing people. That's how he got the name Shiesty. And Memphis is a small world. Everybody knows each other. Shiesty even went to Central High School with some of the people he's into it with right now, like the main rapper from EBG, E Jizzle. But Pooh's reputation began to travel. In high school, he expanded his circle, clicking up on some plans to get money by any means. Together with his childhood friend Big 30 from Whitehaven, Little Hank, Antwop, and a few others, they came up with the name Chopper Gang, and it stuck.
Chopper Gang shit too, man. Chopper Gang shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Memphis got too many clicks and too many. You would not know. Like it's a new click. To be honest, in Tennessee, no matter what city you from, it's a different click. Like people clicked up like crazy, bro. Like clicks come around like what? Every year, like every 6 months, it's a whole new squad. And you be like, bro, I thought you were part of that squad. Nah, bro. Like, we done linked up with this squad. Now they got that squad. You be like, God damn, bro. Like, because to be honest, Memphis, bro, you I ain't gonna lie, South Memphis, probably one high school. They got like 5 cliques in their high school. Got another 5 cliques in their high school. And none of them like each other. It be that crazy, bro.
We ain't got a prop to crop down here. We real, we snug.
Hell real.
You gonna come chop the whole block, street, whatever.
Within Chopper Gang, there are various members that come from big sets that are prominent in the area. What a lot of people don't know, Memphis has every single national gang and more. It's extremely active. With this new trend towards hybrid gangs, smaller mobs, and cliques within the sets going renegade, warring with each other.
See where there was an older person running everything, but it's been changing a lot of these young kids with these offset groups. They're totally different.
More little cliques or little gangs that seem to be particularly violent and need less and less of a reason to resort to shooting guns.
One story of a guy named White Grape, or White Boy Kenny, who went to Central High School with Pooh Shiesty and them, and was known for having girls lined up like a buffet. He was a member of Chopper Gang who got initiated into the Grape Street Crips. They beat the shit out of him, took a photo that went viral as he became an official Grape Street member. But one day, White Grape allegedly got his gun robbed from him, so Chopper Gang had to cut ties with him, basically disowning him. Only for White Grape to catch a murder case months later after a drug deal went wrong and clients tried to pay him with counterfeit money, so he shot and killed one of them. Now, Chopper Gang continued spreading their enterprise, planning bigger licks that brought more danger. Shiesty himself says before the age of 15, you're gonna lose a close friend in Memphis. Guaranteed someone close to you is gonna get killed. Around 2016, he lost his best friend Trey Day, which turned his heart cold. Pooh Shiesty vowed to live with no remorse from that day forward and be a menace to society. And after he graduated high school in 2018, Chopper Gang had many streams of income flowing in, and they started using some of this money they were making to pay for studio time. It was one of those rare cases where the music blew up out the gate. They dropped their first song, Breaking News, near the end of 2018, and by 2019, they were buzzing. Shiesty's childhood friend Big 30 got signed to fellow Memphis artist Moneybagg Yo. Meanwhile, Shiesty was still a free agent, dropping hit singles every other week, racking in views. This caught the attention of Guwap, who was in the middle of building his 1017 roster, looking for the grimiest artists he could find. Of course, Guwap was the original slime. You remember hearing stories of a young Gucci Mane terrorizing the industry. Famously, the first time he met French Montana to do a song together, French paid him $5,000 and waited in the studio patiently while Gucci took the money and left out the back door.
Gucci didn't like French.
What the? Hey, these be OG stories. You be like, bro. He
said Gucci didn't like
he the first one said, come get it back in blood.
For real though.
I got 5 bands off you.
And you waited on me at the studio and they show up?
No, he left out the back door. That was already at the studio.
Oh, shit. Okay.
What you gonna do about it?
Okay.
Come get it back in blood.
The first time he went to the studio to do a song with him, he paid Gucci $5,000 to get on the feature.
And he was just sitting in the studio, Gucci was going out the back door. Like, he wasn't doing nothing. And I said, Gucci, you can't do no shit like that.
That's the same energy Gucci saw in Pooh Shiesty. After hearing one song on YouTube, he hit up Pooh on IG to get the paperwork ready for a major label deal with Atlantic. Chopper Gang was laughing to the bank. The industry fucked up and let some real gangsters in. Yeah. Big Scar, who's also from South Memphis and just happens to be Pooh Shiesty's cousin, he's a founding member of a clique called Double R. There's been in a brutal war at home in Memphis for quite some time. And up until this point, Big Scar was strictly in the streets, handling business, and never really considered himself a rapper. Until one day, he actually blew up off a reaction video done by a YouTuber named Tommy Craze, who reacted to Big Scar's first ever song when it had only 5 views in 9 hours.
Hold up, Big Scar, make a play. 5 views 9 hours ago. Man, that was so hard. Definitely co-sign this track. Big Scar, make a play. Go and check it out.
That song went on to do millions of views, and 2 months later, after Shiesty became a major label artist, and with only 2 songs ever published, his cousin Big Scar inked a deal with Gucci, making Chopper Gang and their affiliates the single biggest movement coming out of the Mid-South. And with all this attention on Memphis, it brought more drama to the city. Pooh Shiesty was living up to his name and began taking shots at another Memphis rapper named Big Boogie.
You at, Big Boogie? The Bullster. Where you at? Hey, Red Ron, I was get out there in the street with your gang, me by myself.
That's the only thing about Memphis, bro. Like, when I say it's so many dope artists coming out of Memphis, bro.
You said dope?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they all be, like, you gotta even go back when Moneybag, you know what I'm saying, Finesse. Like, they were clicked up.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like you said, linked up with Moneybag. I need a hitter. Then they started beefing. You just like, God. Like, but to be real, and Memphis can, like, because there's so many talented artists. Because a lot of cities be like, if they...
It's easier said than done. What you about to say?
No, I'm saying it's a lot of cities be like, hey, we got a lot of artists that real good. We can just link up like Atlanta. We can be big as Atlanta. Nah, y'all really can't. Because y'all, like, some of y'all good, but y'all ain't that good. Memphis, you got Moneybag, nationally known. You got Pooh Shiesty, nationally known. Yo Gotti, nationally known. Dolph, national. And then you got so many other, and I ain't even. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot.
But you got so many that's real big, and you got people from Nashville trying to flock to Memphis to link up with people in Memphis just so they can be on too. Like, to be real, Memphis should be wet. Even the deep roots, that grimy, that underground, what people really like to listen to. The roots are in Memphis, though. I ain't gonna give them their credit, bro.
It is, but
give
you
Memphis
already
the credit.
know.
Damn, Memphis ain't gonna never get the credit they deserve. Because you go back to 3 6 Mafia. There's a lot of people I can tell you, Spanish Fly. If you're an old head, you know about, bro. It's so many folks from Memphis.
Yeah.
You put on almost any HBCU. You gonna put on Memphis records and let the stroll laws go. Yo Gotti, Player Flop. Come on now, it's a lot to you.
It's a lot.
right now, today, in like 30 minutes on live, all this shit. Why you say something back, cuz? You did that out of your fans, cuz. You let your fans boot your head up, cuz. You know you done cost yourself. You got shows and shit ahead of you, bro.
Boogie's a rising artist out of Fraser, which is the north super country part of Memphis. Seems like a good guy. According to Boogie, they never met a day in their life. But Shiesty claims when he pulled up in the north to see Boogie, it was a whole different story.
Oh, you been running from me, bro. You been running. You been running from me, bro. You know what happened in the law, bro, when I pulled up, came on your side, bro. You know what happened.
And Pooh is so petty, he even went as far as naming a strain of weed, Red Rum, after Big Boogie's crew, Red Rum, just so he could say that he's smoking on that Red Rum pack. And the bigger you get, the bigger the target you become in Memphis. Just a few days after he went back and forth with Shiesty on social media, Big Boogie's concert in Mississippi got shot up. It was the scene of a double murder. 50 shots in total were fired from 5 different guns, hitting Big Boogie's friend Jasmine, who was on stage with him, and she later died in Boogie's arms.
I remember that. Yeah. That was actually his girlfriend.
Yeah, it was his girlfriend.
Turn today's dreams.
Fast forward a few months later to November 6th. Dirk and Pooh Shiesty linked up to drop the audio for the song Back in Blood. That's the same day where King Von passed away in Atlanta after an altercation with Quando Rondo outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge. Shiesty and Durk had already filmed the music video back in Chicago, but chose not to release it yet. This was, in many ways, the mainstream's introduction to Pooh Shiesty. A few more weeks went by and the song continued to climb the charts. Then randomly, at 6 in the morning on a Tuesday in December, Shiesty posts this cryptic warning to Facebook. Drop that song and you're not gonna live to see that baby get here. That's when New Year's came around, January 1st, 2021. A Memphis crew called EBG put out a remix to Back in Blood going after Shiesty, responding to everything he said on the original track. They got Choppa Gang Killer, CGK, on their t-shirts. Pooh responded immediately, saying this had to be the worst move this gang ever made, and that he did 18 million views off of them before he even said their name. The very next day, Shiesty dropped the music video that he filmed with Durk back in Chicago, making Back in Blood the trending topic once again, shooting all the way up the Billboard rankings. EBG's remix was getting taken down left and right through the copyrights, so EBG's main rapper E Jizzle dropped another diss track called Rumors, which ran up in views quickly, hitting 1 million views in less than a week. Then Jizzle was shot 3 times just days after this second diss track went live.
I bet man can't do this. Dad can't do this.
They supposed to be
Who this is? Ooh, I can't walk. I can't walk. Goomba.
3 bullets hit his arm, and after getting them removed, Jizzle was back on the block wearing a cast, just in time to drop his 3rd diss track called Paralyzed. To add to the unfortunate timing, Pooh Shiesty's brother, who had been on life support fighting for every breath, was pronounced dead just hours before EBG released this new diss. As it stands, the song has nearly 400,000 views in a week. EBG...
His brother definitely ain't got nothing to do with it, though. Like, Pooh Shiesty's brother, nah. You could have left that part out, though.
Went from a couple thousand followers to 50,000 almost overnight. And Memphis has pretty much been in a frenzy ever since. But yeah, man. Let me know if there's a video you want me to cover in the comments.
But one thing I will say for sure, the Memphis beef stuff is way deeper than what he talking about. Like,
I mean, well, he's just touching on.
Yeah, he talking.
What he touching on.
But you know that lineage of beef with North versus South Memphis has been.
Deeper than just
it was here before we even was born in that. But hey, y'all requested this one, so we had to bring it to you, man. To be honest, we just don't. We're not near Memphis no more, so we kind of out of touch. But a lot of information and knowledge about Memphis, bro, we already know.
Yeah,
well, I know.
You know, and some of the stuff I know, but for the most part, I try not to be like
too much involved
in all that. And, so.
Man, but again, y'all requested it. We have to bring it here for you. But as always, man, go ahead again, spam us up in the comment section down below. Let us know what y'all might want to see next. It's a lot. If y'all don't nobody really cover Memphis like they cover Chicago. Because if they cover Memphis like they cover Chicago, a lot more information and knowledge will be out there for y'all to really digest what Memphis and the sound of Memphis, because it's a lot of artists y'all should really most definitely check out of Memphis.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
that's something that we could, because it's closer to home, so it only makes sense.
Yeah, man. But as always, man, make sure y'all spam those up in the comment section down below, letting us know what y'all might want to see next. But as always, y'all know how it go. Dang, rude.
Very rude.
I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
We are
y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.